That's such a good movie. Holds up so well. And I'm back with the man who chose this film as part of our look at the Jewish experience on film that we're investigating every Tuesday in September here on TCM. And that's Dr. Eric Goldman, the author of the book, The American Jewish Story Through Cinema. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Now, this movie is so interesting. It has so many themes besides immigration.
You know, Levinson is a writer-director, but he wants to capture something and to put it and make it part of the record. And I think the film, in large part, is about the loss of memory. These were stories that the grandfather told. They were part of an oral tradition. And Levinson wants to put it down. And what is the way that he puts things down? Onto film. You know, and at the very end of the film, there's this great moment when Sam is with his grandson and great-grandson. And Sam's memory is already failing, and he turns to his grandson and he says, "If I knew it would be like this, I would have remembered better." That's a central theme here. Levinson is taking something and putting it and making it concrete because generations are going to be able to watch this.
Right.
It's very similar to Judaism. Judaism had this oral tradition.
Right.
You know, these commentaries. And then it was put down and recorded as part of the Talmud. And this is what Levinson is doing here.
I have to ask you, how many films did you see when you were researching your book and our series?
It's one of the delights of being a film historian. You just watch everything that's related.
You have to.
You have to. It's mandatory. and you see things, by the way, the 6th, 10th time you watch a film.
Right.
In this film, the 4th or 5th time I was watching it, I saw a scene, and I'm sitting there, and I'm saying, you know, okay, so the family comes together. The Holocaust survivor comes to Baltimore to be reunited with his family. They're all sitting there. They're all talking. That story is being kept from the next generation, as was the case in many American homes. The survivors often did not want to share their personal horrors to protect their children.
Right.
And yet, they wound up sharing it often with their grandchildren or their great-grandchildren.
Right.
And that's what's happening in that scene. And as you move forward, you see the two women chatting in the kitchen. And as they're talking, what are they doing? They're basting the turkey. And they're about ready to put that turkey in the oven. And as the turkey is put into the oven and the oven door closes, you hear the word concentration camp. And I watched it and I said, well, wait a minute. That's Levinson's statement here. It's America. What do you do with an oven in America? You prepare the feast. You prepare the American turkey. What were ovens used for in Europe? And that's the whole centerpiece here. America is a very different place for Jews than Europe was. In Europe, trains took Jews away. In America, trains unite families. And it's beautiful. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. You had so many interesting things to say.
Thank you.
Eric and I are finished for the night, actually, but we're going to be back next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern to talk about and show more films about how Jewish people have been portrayed on film through the years. In the meantime, stick around, though, for a King Vidor film about the American melting pot, a story that takes place in New York's Hell's Kitchen in 1931.
Tonight on Turner Classic Movies, the fates of 8 Manhattanites intertwine in Street Scene. Then teens take over Rock Hudson's villain come September, and Katharine Hepburn throws the book at Spencer Tracy and Adam's Rib.
Hi, this is the TCM Classic Movie News Report for September.